Elic Ayomanor is a big, physical, aggressive wide receiver with a ton of upside. He's your classic X who wins with physicality on the outside, can make plays vertically, and dominates in the red zone. He's a close comparison to one of last year's breakout wide receivers with the upside to becoming a real difference maker in the NFL. But before we dig too deep into the Elic Ayomanor scouting report, let's take a closer look at his journey. Originally from Alberta, Canada, Elic Ayomanor spent the last of his high school years at Deerfield Academy in Massachusetts. There he was a track star, setting records in both the 100-meter and the 200-meter. He was pretty good on the football field too. So good, in fact, that he earned a 3-star recruiting rating in the class of 2022. And that led to offers from Cal, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Arizona, Boston College, Ole Miss, Penn State, and others. Ayomanor opted to sign with Stanford, where he missed his true freshman season due to injury. But as a redshirt freshman in 2023, Elic Ayomanor amassed over 1,000 yards on 62 receptions while scoring 6 touchdowns. He set a school record against Colorado with a 294-yard, 3-touchdown performance. And that catapulted him to the John Hornish Trophy, awarded to the best Canadian player in college football. Ayomanor followed up his record-setting 2023 campaign with another 63 receptions for 831 yards and 6 touchdowns in 2024. He was named second-team All-ACC and declared for the NFL draft after the season, foregoing his remaining 2 years of eligibility. And now Elic Ayomanor enters the NFL draft as a 21-year-old redshirt sophomore, listed at 6'1", 210 pounds. But let's talk about the positives, the things that we like in Elic Ayomanor's profile. The first is his speed. This is a big playmaker. He's explosive, he's fast, and he gets up to that speed very quickly with excellent acceleration. He's got good size at 6'1", 210 pounds, and that contributes in a big way to his massive catch radius. This guy is going to catch anything in range. He's going to be a great red zone threat for this reason. Elic Ayomanor wins with physicality and toughness. You're not going to get your hands on him and bully him off of his routes. He's going to bully you. And when he's out in the route, he's a great route runner. Sometimes you see these big outside X receivers are kind of lumbering along the outside. They're winning with their size, their physicality, like Ayomanor does, but they don't bring that route running nuance to the game. Ayomanor has a little bit of that, which is really going to play a big factor in his ultimate upside, his ultimate ceiling at the next level. On the negative side, Elic Ayomanor had some drop issues over the last couple of years. He had 13 drops over the last 2 seasons. He also ran a limited route tree at Stanford. We talked about he's a quality route runner, but the array of routes, the variety that he's actually running is kind of small. But we know he has the skills where maybe he can expand on that at the next level. And another thing that a lot of scouts are getting on him about is that he stands too upright at the line of scrimmage, which opens himself up to physical play by the cornerback at the release point. And that sometimes makes the cornerback the aggressor, where naturally Elic Ayomanor wants to be the aggressor himself, and he has the size, the physicality, the skill set to be that guy, to be that bully, and he is a lot of times. But there are going to be some physical cornerbacks that if he doesn't fix this, they are going to be able to throw him off a little bit. The archetype Elic Ayomanor is an outside possession wide receiver, and a lot of his game reminds me of Jauan Jennings. That's my NFL comp for him. Jauan Jennings just had a breakout season with the 49ers. He did an excellent job in games where Brandon Ayuk was out, where Deebo Samuel was out, sometimes both at the same time. He really stepped up and became a playmaker in San Francisco, and he's been in the league a few years. He's a guy who they bring in a lot in running situations. They love his run blocking. They love his physicality. I see a lot of Jauan Jennings in Elic Ayomanor's game, especially what we saw from Jennings in 2024. He really took that game to the next level, became a playmaker. So it's 2024 Jauan Jennings that I'm comping Elic Ayomanor to. And for draft projection, I expect Elic Ayomanor is going to come off the board in the 2nd round. He has way too much upside to get past round 2. Diving a little bit deeper into the numbers for Elic Ayomanor, it's kind of a mixed bag here, but we're pretty solid across the board. He averaged 5 receptions per game in his best season in that number, which was 2024. 2.38 yards per team pass attempt in 2023. I really want that to be closer to 3 yards per team pass attempt. So it's a little underwhelming there, but it's 54.5% receiving touchdown share in that same season is absolutely spectacular. Elic Ayomanor accounted for more than half of the passing touchdowns that came in that Stanford offense in that 2023 season. Think about that. That's unbelievable. And that helped fuel his best season, 45.4% dominator rating. Dominator rating tells us how much of the passing offense a wide receiver accounted for. It's receiving touchdowns, it's receiving yards. Average that out. The baseline number that we're looking for is 30%. That's a solid number. Anything above that is really good. You get to 45%, we're drooling. And we got his breakout age coming at age 20. That's like right on that teetering point of good / not good. It's just fine. I really like to see these guys break out age 18, age 19. 20 is fine. After 20, if it's 21, 22 or beyond, that's when we get kind of concerned. 20 is fine. The bottom line is Elic Ayomanor is a big, strong, powerful wide receiver who wins with strength and aggression. He outduels defenders with his physicality and bully mentality. Ayomanor presents a big target for his quarterback, winning on the perimeter and down the field. He'll use a variety of release tactics to create separation off the line while hand fighting throughout the route and taking advantage of his large frame to win at the catch point. He tracks the ball well in the air, and he knows how to position himself to outrace the defender to the catch. Elic Ayomanor has enough speed to get open vertically and to get upfield after the catch as well. We saw Stanford use him mostly on the perimeter with a focus on vertical patterns, hitches, and drags, with the occasional double move mixed in. In fact, more than half of his routes were goes and hitches, according to True Media and the 33rd team. And I think that's what we can expect from him at the NFL level, at least until he develops his route tree further. He showed enough to think he can add to his repertoire and even slide into a big slot role from time to time, though I do expect he will be predominantly used along the boundary. NFL teams will appreciate Elic Ayomanor's physical nature and his sense of urgency throughout the play, both as a receiver and as a blocker in the run game. He will wear out defenders with his play style and competitiveness. Elic Ayomanor projects as a team's number 2 or number 3 wide receiver who will man the X while presenting a big play threat on the outside. And defenses will be forced to respect his impressive combination of speed and physicality in all phases of the game. If he is able to expand his route tree and develop into a more complete receiver, Elic Ayomanor would really unlock his ceiling. No matter what happens, though, he will absolutely be a guy who will garner looks in the red zone. He will even earn his way on the field with his enthusiastic and effective run blocking. That will get him on the field early, and that's step 1 on the road to developing into a productive player. Elic Ayomanor will come off the board in the second round of the NFL draft to a team believing they can pull that upside out of him. And in Dynasty, he's one of the most fun prospects to take in the second round of rookie drafts. But here's the deal, you don't have to wait until your rookie drafts to get this guy. You can draft all of your favorite rookies right now against real people on Fast Draft. And the drafts only take about 5 minutes. No, seriously, 5 minutes. Jump into their rookie-only tournament. It's called Origins, where you can even get a head start on 2025 best ball. Visit draftfaster.com for more information or just download the Fast Draft app. And when you do, make sure you sign up using promo code YARDSPER and they will double your first deposit up to $25. That's promo code YARDSPER on Fast Draft. Let's get it.